Hi, I'm Dan.
And I'm Perry.
And this is our Crazy Brave Adventure.
In this video, can't get any better than this.
Really, the glacier water is called?
You can tell a lot of it has fallen down. Let's talk about Valdez.
All right.
So we went there for your birthday. Before we went to Valdez, we stopped at an amazing spot.
The river part. Yeah, that was awesome. It was a confluence of a creek and a river. Do you remember the name of the creek?
I don't
either.
We'll post it somewhere when we find it.
Yeah, it was awesome. Bright blue river, big mountain there, rushing rivers, lulling us to sleep.
There was a log that you really liked to sit on there.
Yeah, because you could hear the sound of the river through the log. It was kind of interesting. Yeah. Anyway, Valdez was awesome. We loved it.
It was Dan's birthday.
Hooray for me.
And we kind of had a feeling that Valdez would be pretty cool. We were hoping to see salmon and bears and sea lions. And so we went there for our birthday.
Mm-hmm. And went out for dinner like we do.
A couple of times. This is not our usual thing. I think we did it back-to-back days.
That's right, because we're gluttons for gluttony.
Heading south towards Valdez, we couldn't help but stop along the way. This is the Chistotina River. We just passed it, and it looked so amazing we wanted to come take a look at it. This is the Copper River. We'll be driving beside the Copper River for a little bit. Beautiful river, look at that. The mountains of Wrangell St. Elias National Park loomed in the distance. We followed a short, unknown road. And look, we found a really great boondocking spot. Check it out. Can't get any better than this. Sitting here, you really could feel the music of the river. It was hard to leave this beautiful place, but we had to move on. what was something that you remember from Valdez that was pretty awesome?
Yeah, well, the factory, the fish hatchery was something that I remember. The salmon going back to the hatchery, that was kind of awesome.
Dan calls it the factory instead of the hatchery because it sort of felt like that. A fish factory, and they were all just desperately trying to get back into it in the factory.
Yeah. Well, just there was a notice about how they only let a certain number of fish in, and so
Just a tiny
it's
fraction.
it's a little different than the kind of natural spawning places. So anyway, it was kind of weird, but it was interesting to see.
We're in Valdez. Actually, Valdez is over there across the water. This is the bay. And we're going to check out the salmon hatchery stuff. There's a lot of people here. Look. This weir kept most of the fish from returning to the hatchery, as their instinct drove them on, and they kept trying to get in. It was a little hard to watch. Other than that, it was pretty quiet at the hatchery, so we decided to check out the town of Valdez. Look how cute he looks with his sunglasses. We're just walking around town. This is Valdez. Mountains all around. Boats. We celebrated Dan's birthday at the Valdez Brewery. It's kind of an amazing place. We didn't really know what to expect. We had read that there were salmon that might be spawning and we wanted to check them out. So we came down to the Salmon Fish Hatchery, which is right on the bay here. And it was just a really wild scene. When we got here at first, the water was really shallow and the sea lions were mostly, yes, sea lions, there were sea lions, and they were mostly far out, sitting in little clumps, just relaxing, and there were a few that were making runs at the salmon, but mostly it was just salmon going crazy and seagulls and a few sea lions. And then we went into town and we had a fun day, and we came back to check it out again, and the water was really high. It was high tide, and it was just such an amazing scene. This is what it looked like. Oh my God. As the tide went out, these well-fed sea lions just hunkered down like big furry boulders and waited for the next tide. while the fish continued their desperate attempt to get back into the hatchery. It was both an amazing and a horrible sight to see. So now we are setting up for the night. We don't usually park in towns, but we do it sometimes. And today we're doing it. I'll show you a little bit what it looks like out there. It's out the window. There's our chairs. We set them up. We're not the only ones here. We're hoping to catch some more action in the morning or maybe tonight. It doesn't get dark really almost at all right now in Alaska. Maybe sort of like twilighty for the middle of the night. And so we might go down and check it out when the tide comes back in. Maybe there'll be some bears. There's supposed to be some bears that come through here. This is what we've read. So we'll see how it goes. Anyway, this is where we're setting up for the night. It's a different scene. Definitely a different scene than yesterday. We didn't see any bears yet here, but there's some salmon guts and a very large pile of bear poop here. So this might be the spot. We might see it. You can tell there's been a lot of salmon dragged up here. I'm going to check out the footprints. I think I'm not going to hang around here. Van is over there. Sunset is over here. It's kind of an amazing place. I know, I say that all the time. It's so true though. We spent a restful night, and I did see a black bear far down the beach in the morning. As the sun rose, the action at the hatchery started up all over again. And we headed off to explore another part of Valdez.
We walked to the glacier. It was a little lake. There was a ton of people doing kayaking and excursions, people being brought for. So there was a ton of people, but we don't mind sharing beautiful spots with a ton of people. I don't mind that very much.
I was going to say, Dan doesn't mind. I get kind of frustrated sometimes with that. But we did find our own little space there where there weren't so many people, which was nice. This is the lake at the toe of Valdez Glacier. It's a park. There's a bunch of people who are camping up here in the parking lot. Seems a bit of a free-for-all here, but not in a bad way. There's some kayaking happening. That's kind of interesting to kayak in a iceberg, a glacial iceberg lake. There's some very old ice. It's green, dark green. We're gonna walk around a bit, but first we're gonna have lunch. the glacier itself had melted or retreated far back into the hills, so we couldn't see it. But we enjoyed viewing the ice that had broken off and floated down into this lake.
What are you gonna do?
I'm going to see how cold the water. Oh, it is cold. It's really cold.
What is it? Glacier water is called? What do you got?
This is a piece of the glacier. It's beautiful. Can you see me through it? It's very clear.
Yeah, I know.
Wow. That's amazing. It's got a little shark fin.
Nice.
It was so cool to hold a piece of this ancient glacier. And a little cold too. And it was a little bit hard to leave Valdez. We spent about 4 days there.
Yeah.
We spent a lot of time in the library. I don't think that we have any video of that, but
Well, it's not great
was
video.
no, it was a great library. It was very accommodating. All libraries sort of are super
We like
accommodating, and the
libraries.
librarians are always really nice. And I exchanged some
Shout
of-
out to all librarians out there.
Yes.
What else did you like in Valdez?
Oh, you know, and I think back on it, I really appreciated the hike that we did. It was sort of short, and we didn't go all the way. It was a couple of miles hiking. It was along the coast.
On the
and-
north shore of the Sound.
Yeah, on the other side of Valdez. So we drove back around to the other side and went hiking, and that was really cool. I thought there were a lot of tall bushes and a lot of berries, so we were a little worried.
We were making noise for bears.
We were singing, which I'm lucky that Dan did not capture my singing at Tom Petty, and
Oh, that's right. I was trying to think
we
of
were
the song.
singing "Stop Dragging My Heart Around" like a lot, loudly. There was no one else there, I should say. We only passed one other person, and we were quiet when we passed her.
Hi, I'm Dan,
And I'm Perry.
and this is our Crazy Brave Adventure.
It is.
This is where we are.
This is not relevant, sorry.
And we are had a nice hiking day, and we're came for some beers. We're gonna go out for dinner. This is day 2 of my birthday celebration.
It's a big celebration.
Big
It's
celebration.
a big birthday.
Big birthday. I've become old this spring, so here we are.
He's never gonna be old.
All right, and so this is where we are and what we're doing.
Okay.
Beautiful place. Fun. You got it?
I got it. Happy birthday, Dan. We head off to spend another night beside the hatchery, the sea lions, the salmon, the seagulls, the eagles, and maybe a few bears, though we didn't see them. The morning brought more of the same, in the best possible way. It did make us really hungry for fish. Watching
Everybody else eat fish.
Yeah. And they weren't gross or falling apart really the way that they do later on.
Yeah.
After they've spawned.
Yeah.
They were in strong shape, those salmon.
Yeah.
And they needed to be because it was just a massacre.
Yeah. Well, they didn't have to go up a river. They were right in the Sound, Prince William Sound, and from the ocean right to the fish hatchery. So
They were sparkling clean and fresh fish.
Sparkling.
And so we made one more stop on our way out of town and bought ourselves a bit of fish. Of course, we stopped at a few sites along the way. There was a gun battle fought here by rival railroad companies that were both trying to build a railroad here to get the copper from Kennecott Mine, which we're going to see hopefully tomorrow, to here. That's kind of amazing. I'm going to go in there. It's a tunnel. This is sort of outside of Valdez. We haven't started when we just left Valdez like less than 20 minutes ago. And it was a little bit sad to leave. You can tell a lot of it has fallen down. This tunnel was never completed. The copper ran out before they had a chance. What an amazing place. Such an amazing place. It's so big. It's just hard to take it in. It wasn't salmon, but it was delicious. I'm just filming. Filming. That's the Copper River, which is where our adventure on the infamous McCarthy Road begins. We'll share that one next week. Thanks for joining us.